Thank you, sir. It is Eric Previn from CD2. And I'll start quickly with the budget. I just feel that we rushed through that process. This is case file 170600. And whereas we did have something like 20 plus hours of various hearings, only about 80 or so minutes of that was actually people from the public. And of that, just a very small percentage was ordinary residents without a big set. We had a dozen or several dozen Vision Zero who were down here to promote that initiative, and there were a bunch of Parks and Recists who were coming down to appropriately advocate for their more positions to make sure that the parks are kept up to snuff. And of course, not a word about Prop K and why we're spending $800,000 on a Studio City Rec Center upgrade when this has not been really approved. There has not been the third RVNOC. So I'm just anxious about that. It's $9.2 billion, but there's another $25 billion in other stuff that gets siphoned out. Item number 15, the previous speaker mentioned the street racing. I'm not for putting speed bumps in the road. That's an interesting test. We can stop people from speeding, but by putting those bumps, people who don't speed, it damages their cars. And those who don't drive around in giant SUVs like the mayor can't stomach that kind of regular wear and tear. So test that in your own backyard, but not in the folks' streets. O'Farrell is taking $50,000 from Paramount. I know you're thinking, wait, didn't you just rebuke O'Farrell and City Watch for not returning the Masaborski donation? Yes, I did. And yes, he is taking $50,000, but he's going to appropriately administer it to a consultant. So that makes us feel good. Not really. I mean, that's upsetting. Item number 17, we have Vision Zero signs going up in Tahunga Sunland. The neighborhood council apparently has been dosed with something to allow them to agree to that. These are the same group who were protesting the bike lane. They're in a little clutch over there with Buscaino, Marquise, Harris Dawson, and Bonin strategizing. We don't know why. Item number 18, the Reseda Art Walk is finally getting considered a citywide special event. Not sure why that is, but kudos to Mr. Englander for pushing that through, ramming that in. The equestrian staging area at item 11 up at Porter Ranch, we are going to provide that it can be near the 118 as usual, but the sneaky part is we're extending the agreement with the Porter Ranch Group for 4 years. So kudos on burying that under an equestrian nonsense point. And item number 8, we have in my district, CD2, Krikorian is establishing a signage district at which we got something like 2-3 acres or maybe but we're going to be able to see digital signs finally in our neighborhood. I thought that was a hotly contested issue. Have we already approved that in principle? I think people in the neighborhoods don't love it because it's, distracting. And finally, number 6 is the Metro.
We already voted on Mr. 6, on item 6. So let's give him his minute.
You want to vote on it now? Okay, fine. So the general public comment for today.